Hi guys, this is Cassidy Gard and I am here with Nick Hissom.
What's up, everybody?
Hi Nick, congratulations. He just did the most incredible, it was like down in your basement. You said it was the former gym room and you sang us some songs.
Yeah, it was really fun, and I've actually never done a performance like that before in such an intimate setting, so thank you for being here, and I'm glad you liked it.
I want to know, I don't know, you guys will have to see it via Snapchat. You had a geo filter.
Yes.
But who decorated it?
Actually, I did. So I went to Target today, and I was driving around my shopping cart at Target. I do a lot myself, really. So me and my two managers, who are some of my best friends, we all went to Target. We bought little candles. We put everything out in the room. Yeah, I just wore my pajamas and, just went and did it.
Okay, so if you literally decorated that yourself, I mean, it looked very romantic. There were candles, there were little twinkly lights. I guess you have an eye for how to impress.
Yeah, it's interesting. So whenever I write and perform music, I think of the visual setting, like where would I want to be performing this? And for the two songs that I sang, Where You Are and Crazy Like You, those are songs that I always picture looking out into the crowd and seeing all the lights and feeling all that energy and all those people. So I kind of wanted to recreate that with the little fake candle lights kind of thing.
And also here, we're going to pull you this way so everybody can see. Talking about this view right now, tell people, I mean, you can't exactly see it, but you live in an insanely awesome house.
I do. I'm very lucky to live here. It's not my house, sadly. It's for sale. But I've been crashing here for about 3-4 months now. Okay. And I've been using the house mainly for work a lot. We have a studio here. We have the performance room, and everybody is always here. It's great to be around my friends. My friends are the thing that make me happiest in life. So when I was able to have this beautiful view and beautiful house, I just saw a great opportunity to have lots of people and fill it with nice dinners and friends and family, and it's been amazing.
No, I love that. I mean, the aspect, and I think you have to like set the record straight, but all the guys you live with, you guys all went to college together?
Yeah, so basically my two very close friends, one from high school, one from college, started managing me, and it's been a very learning experience and a crazy journey, but I sort of started building out a little record label of my own, and I focused it on people who really love me and really care about my music. And if people believe in you and believe in your music, that's really all you need in the music industry. And it doesn't necessarily matter how powerful they are, what their job title is, as long as they're good people and they care and they're going to stick their neck out for you, that's what you want.
And I had a great conversation with your managers earlier. They're very vocal about you and your passion for staying independent.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about that choice, because I know that is a decision that you're really sticking to, and I respect it a lot, but I want to hear from you a little bit more about that.
From a personal perspective, I was dealing with several major labels, and nobody was going to give me a definitive release date. And I just sort of thought about it, and when I considered how important my music was to me and how hard I've worked on it and how important I find it that everybody hears it, because I think that people will connect with it, and I didn't want to risk being signed to a major, shelved, dropped. You never know if it's going to be released or not. And I reached a point in my career when I said, I'm ready to share this with the world, and I have to make sure that I do that. And no amount of money or record label prestige could change that. And at this point, I'm still independent. And, when I disagreed with the labels, I went and started my own. And in life, sometimes you got to do that. You got to make yourself who you want to be.
I have to say, going along with that, tonight it was a completely packed room, and you were just in front of everybody, and I felt like you were just so in the zone and just passionate. Like, I don't think anybody can get in front of that amount of people and perform the way that you did. Like, I would be intimidated. So where does that come from? I mean, tell me more about like what it means to you to really get to perform, because music's all about performing, right?
Right, all about performing, and it means a lot, and I'm so happy that you like the show, because I named the album Love Energy because music sets the energy of a room, and when you're performing, you're projecting that to the whole crowd and the whole world, and then you're getting their energy back towards you, so you're feeling thousands of people or hundreds of people, whatever it is though, you're able to give people something real and something tangible and something very emotionally hard hitting, you know? And so when people connect to that and you feel that coming back at you, it's just an amazing feeling. And I love performing, and I just try to be in the music and really focus on it. Versus being nervous. I still get nervous. I'm always terrified when
The nerves drive you, right?
The nerves are what drive you to do it. And I think if you're driven to do something that is not easy for you, but you have a calling and you're like, I just have to do this. It's very difficult. I'm terrified, but something inside of me is like, I need to be on that stage and I have a message that I want to share with people, and that's what I'm doing. So every performance it gets easier, but definitely just like everybody else out there, I stepped on stage for the first time and was so green and so nervous. I don't even remember my shows, you know, it's crazy. Yeah.
Going along with that, I want to talk about the hair, because when I look up your old stuff, you look like a completely different person. Like, I have to definitely input like old photos with just the brown hair. Where did the decision come from? Be like, okay, I'm just going to go for a totally different look.
It really came from my music. Honestly, I sort of, I did a lot of personal growing up and personal and musical development. And so when the music finally got there, I just sort of thought to myself, my brown hair and the old me just doesn't feel the same. I've sort of become a new person, and I wanted to do something that reflected that. So the hair kind of gives me a new edge and a new personality, which I really liked, and it allowed me to really become an artist, you know, 100% versus I'm gonna make music, but I'm gonna hold back on the way that I dress or the way that I look. And really being an artist is about living inside your music, having it be part of you, and you're part of it. So that's what, you know, the hair just sort of naturally came.
No, I love that, because it's like, it's a persona. It's something where you're like, okay, I'm going to be something new. I did that when I started my own network, CiGi TV. I dyed my hair red. I was like, I'm blonde, and I just dyed it red. I felt like it.
You just want to do it, and sometimes you just have to do what you feel. And I remember I called up, you know, my managers and my producers and everyone. I said, guys, I have this crazy idea. I think I want to dye my hair platinum blonde and have roots and look all crazy messy and everything. And they were like, you know what, go for it. If it sucks, you can dye it back. So I'm glad that I went for it, and I was true to myself in that matter. And I, you know, dealt with a lot of criticism initially, because people always debating, oh, the brown or the blonde or this or that. But
it gets old, right?
It gets old, yeah. But you know what, as long as you're happy, and you have to be happy with how you look and what you feel.
Yeah, exactly. I also just want to, like, literally, I have to point out, you're very humble.
Thank you.
I didn't really expect that. Like, you live in Bel Air and in a millions of dollars of house, and you have this career that's on the rise, but you're a very in tune, down to earth person. Where is this coming from?
I've been so lucky in my life to have been given so much.
Okay.
And so really, it's just about having an appreciation for that and appreciating people. And I've traveled a lot, I've been lucky, so I've learned a lot about different cultures and learned to be accepting and kind towards everybody. And no matter who you are or where you are, you should be respectful, you should treat people with kindness, and you should be empathetic. And I always try to think of, maybe somebody acted a certain way to me, but how has their day been? What's going on in their life? How can they, you know?
You're an old soul, my friend.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I try. You know, I just want to take what I've been lucky enough to learn and experience and help other people understand that, because a lot of people think that all of this, like the money and the house and the artists and, oh my God, your songs on radio, all that stuff, it's not what makes you happy.
Oh, very lastly, okay, this is so random, because I've been to Turkey quite a few times, and I have a great group of people that follow me from Turkey.
Right.
Where did this come from, that you went to Turkey and your songs have blown up in Turkey? Tell me about Turkey.
You know, it's crazy. I really don't know. I know one guy who worked in radio.
Okay.
I sent him the song saying, hey, can you play this? And he was like, maybe, I'll see, I don't know, we'll figure it out. And he called me back 2 days later and said, Nick, I played it 8 times and you're number 1. And then he was like, happy birthday. That was my 21st birthday.
How old are you now?
I'm now 23. So that was the first song that I ever put out, actually. And I was incredibly lucky to have that happen. And it so happened that I was in Turkey for a trip with my dad. And my dad was freaking out. He's like, Nick's not working. We're leaving.
What was your favorite thing to do in Turkey?
be amongst all the people.
Yeah.
Seriously. I got to Turkey and there were people at the airport. Everyone was excited. I got to meet fans for the first time and hear my song on the radio and everything. And it was just an amazing dream come through. Yeah.
Okay, so just what's next? What is next?
I need to get the entire world to hear this EP.
Okay.
And if it means as much to them as it does to me, then I will have done something very good for people out there. And after that, an album, and then a tour. And honestly, I didn't like performing when I first started, but I've got this thing now, and I just kind of can't stop.
What was the name of the second song you performed that I was obsessed with? The Crazy...
Crazy Like You.
Okay, can we hear like a little bit of it?
People say I'm crazy, falling in love, but they just never felt like this before. 'Cause we don't want to wake up, not know where to go, and no one wants to end up on their own.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm crazy like you, you're crazy like me. I'm crazy like the world that wants to break up you and me. You're crazy like me.
I love you. Like, I'm your biggest fan. I hope to interview you always as your career rises.
Thank
Nick
you.
Hissom, thank you guys so much for watching CiGi TV.
Thank
This
you guys
is the
so
sweetest,
much.
nicest guy, and you're so talented.
Thank you.
And I just can't wait to see where your career goes. So
Thank you.
congratulations on your EP, and I will link below where you guys can find it. Follow him on social media. My new buddy, our Turkish buddies.
you.
Bye,
Thank
Nick.
you.